नमस्कार। आज मैं आपका स्वागत करती हूँ सफरनामा के एक नए एपिसोड में। रॉबर्ट बॉयस हैज राइटली सेड, knowledge is power, knowledge shared is multiplied. With this, we are back with another episode of सफरनामा। मैं आपकी होस्ट इशिता रोचलानी आप सभी का स्वागत करती हूँ। आज के हमारे अतिथि हैं सनी रली जी सर। मैं आपका स्वागत करती हूँ सर। वेलकम टू एपिसोड ऑफ सफरनामा। सर हमारे साथ हैं। सर प्रेडिको ग्लोबल रिसर्च के डायरेक्टर हैं और प्रेडिको ग्लोबल रिसर्च स्टॉक मार्केट ट्रेनिंग में रिसर्चेस करते हैं और उससे रिलेटेड स्टार्टअप है इनका। तो आइए जानते हैं सर के बारे में। सर प्लीज हमारे दर्शकों को बताइए।
So basically, myself, Sunny Ralli. I'm from Gwalior, actually born and brought up from Gwalior. Right now, I'm running 3 companies: Director-Praedico Global Research, Educap Services, and Millennial Bull Securities. So as you rightly said, we are into the field of financial markets. Yes, we are into the field of financial markets. I personally has been into this particular field where I started my entrepreneurship journey for last 4 years. 5 years it has been now. And before that, I was working with banks. I have worked with the top 4 banks of India: HDFC, Axis, ICICI, and Citibank. All the top 4 banks at assistant vice president levels. And the thing is that after that, I started with my entrepreneur journey and thought of moving to my hometown, that is Gwalior. I worked in Delhi, I worked in Bhopal. But then I decided to settle down in Gwalior and start off with my entrepreneur journey.
So, sir, as you rightly said that you have worked with many banks. So, we all know that banks provide a lot of economic stability. But then, what motivated you to, skip from that and start your own business, start your own startup?
So the thing is that I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Banks were only, I worked with banks to learn. मैं basically सीखना चाहता था banks कैसे काम करते हैं. So it was my motive of learning the things how they work. जब मैंने I worked with all the top 4 banks, मैंने सीख लिया कैसे काम होता है, how the every bank operations and financial markets are being performed at the top level. तब जब सब चीजें सीखने को मिल गई थी, जब कुछ सीखने को बचा नहीं, then I started. I didn't rush. I did my MBA. I didn't rush and immediately आजकल जो होता है कि आपने कुछ पढ़ाई करी, immediately आप अपना startup खोल लेते हैं. It was a well researched and I never wanted to work for long with any of the jobs. But all the journey was to learn how HDFC works, how Axis works, how ICICI works, how Citibank works. And when you work with top banks of India or top organizations, you learn a lot. You learn how the organization structure is there, how they do their daily operations, and everything is just like you are going through a course. So that was my purpose, to learn as much as I could from my jobs. Money is a secondary thing. If you in the initial phase of your first, from the age bracket from 20 to 30 is like that age bracket where you need to learn more rather than think about the money. So that was my purpose, to learn as much as I could in my age bracket of 20 to 30 years and then move on from there. So that is the main task of learning from the banks was. It was completed and then I started with my journey.
Very rightly said, sir. Experience matters a lot. So, as we all know that you've pursued MBA after BTech. So, for a BTech graduate, me personally being a BTech graduate, what would you suggest? Doing MTech after BTech is better, or doing MBA after BTech is better? According to your personal experience.
So, I have myself seen more than 4,000-5,000 people, those who have this dilemma, like whether to do MBA or MTech. It's a very simple question. If you think yourself, go with your personality. If your personality says you are an extrovert type of person, you like to meet people, you like to engage with the people, you like learn, you love to move on with the people, so you gel up quite frankly, then MBA is there for you, because that involves many managerial tasks. But if you are more a technical person, introvert, you like to play with numbers and all, but you want to be in your own zone, you like coding, you like something if you are into civil, if you like to work on your own, you are not much included in the social circle and you don't like to talk to the people that much, then MTech is right for you. So it can be both the things, both are equally rewarding, but that depends on how you are actually. So MTech is something which will give you a technical type of career, while MBA will give you more of a management type of career.
Man,
So that is
yeah,
all up to you. And you should be, many people, those who are quite shy of speaking in the public, they go with MBA. But
yeah,
actually, they should work on either they should work while they are doing the MBA, or they should move on to some technical skills, because when you do your MBA, 80% of the course curriculum is about speaking, giving
yeah.
presentations, giving these kind of things. And I've seen personally many people struggle on that front. So
Mm.
that thing, if you can work out in your graduation years, it will give you a very good answer on that.
Yeah. So like what I have experienced is like हम teenagers जो इस age में होते हैं ना, we switch from one work to another work. Like there's a habit of switching. We can't maintain consistency. And you said that you've been into stocks since more than 10 years. And I've seen your profile, I've gone through that. So it shows that you have 25,000 hours of experience in stocks, right? So like how can we stay motivated and consistent on a particular thing? And how did you stay consistent to stocks?
So the best way is to go into that kind of thing where you love. If someone loves swimming, he builds a career in swimming. He will enjoy throughout his life. If someone loves cricket, someone loves anything. I fell in love with the stock market. I guess I was in MBA in Gurgaon. I was doing my MBA. I had my pocket money of around 5,000 rupees. I will share a small story with you. Satyam was a company which went bankrupt back then. The share of Satyam fell from 4,400 rupees to 15 rupees. I was there in my PG. I was having this 5,000 rupees only with me. मेरे पास 5,000 रुपए थे. मैंने सोचा क्या करूं. तो we all decided PG mates कि let's buy this share. बहुत सस्ता मिल रहा है. 400 का शेयर 15 रुपए में मिल रहा है. I bought that share 6 months में वो 95 rupees में मैंने बेचा. So I made a return while being a student of 600%. So that was way back 14 years, 15 years back. So that was a learning skill. I decided to do something practical. While many students MBA में आजकल what they do is they don't do practical things. They do just like the bookish knowledge. But I got a practical exposure thanks to the people I was surrounded with, as well as some of the decisions that I took back then. From then onwards, as my all the journey started, every day I was into stock market, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. So that was an experience. And when you start this particular journey, it moves very fast. So supposedly you gain an experience of 2 years in stock market, you are way ahead of 99% people, because लोग आते हैं stock market में 1 साल के अंदर बाहर चले जाते हैं. But now if you have a good experience, it is certainly helps, because you know where to put in your money, where to exit out of the market and everything. So it is all about study. Just like अगर मैं आपको बोलूँ कि पायलट की जॉब है, it's the most risk oriented job in the world. अगर प्लेन हवा में क्रैश हो जाएगा तो पायलट का कितना बड़ा रिस्क होता है. He does 5 flights, but उनकी सैलरी भी उतनी ज्यादा होती है. Same way with stock market. They are trained. Pilot की training इतनी hard होती है. They go and this kind of training. Same way is with any of the job. अगर आप कोई job कर रहे हो, every job requires a good amount of training, good amount of dedication. And once you fell in love with your job, I will tell you, you will eat your job, you will sleep your job, you will do anything, you will think about your job, and you will enjoy it. That is all.
Yeah. Very rightly said, sir. High risk, high rewards. The pilot example is very relatable. Okay, so like you recently told us that you have, or like you are the founder of 3 trading firms. So like कभी-कभी आपको ऐसा लगता होगा like exhausting, and then so how do you buck up and then start again? Like managing all of the work together is very difficult. So like how do you manage to do all that?
Yes, it is difficult. Actually, I would like to tell you about a market. Job is very difficult. Stock market. You know, there's a time difference between US market and Indian market. US market closes at night, in the night at 2 o'clock, and Japanese market start off at 5 o'clock. As a global trading person, I have to sleep at around 2 p.m. at 2 a.m. in the night, and then I have to wake up in the morning to see what is happening in the Asian markets. So the only 3 hours are there in which global markets are not working, that which is between 2 a.m. in the morning and 5 a.m. in the morning. So rest whole of the day from Monday to Friday, the global markets keep on working. 9:30 Indian, 5 o'clock Japanese market open, 7 o'clock Chinese market open, 9 o'clock our Indian markets open, 12:30 1 o'clock European markets get open, and our US markets open at around 7 p.m. in the night and they close at around 2. So it is a daunting task. But the one thing that has helped me out is I have included myself into a more physical activities. I decide whatever happens, I have to give 2 hours of physical activity either through gym or any other activity. That keeps a good motivation go along and keeps your mind fresh. So I take a break of in the evening around from 7 to 9, 10, and then I go back to work and start off fresh as in. So that is how it is. You keep yourself fit, your mind fit. You love the things. You go ahead with the news and what is happening around yourself, and it is a very it encourages you to learn more and more. So more of the things you learn about the globe. I know much about what is happening in America rather than what is happening in India. So that
Yeah.
keeps me hungry for more information. So that is
Yeah.
how it is. So once you get used to this, or the most important thing for any person is to keep themselves fit, either to any
Yeah.
activity, recreational activity. Don't start from morning to in the night, continuously working. Give yourself break wherever you find an ample time to get yourself relaxed. You take that time and then start off again. That is basically the
Yeah.
mantra to do a continuous hard work.
Yeah, that's very true, sir. Okay, so many people these days have opted freelancing, like stocks as freelancing career. So and you are now a professional in that. So can you tell us your journey from a freelancer to like a professional, and what are your suggestions to freelancers out there?
So the thing is that there's nothing called a freelancing in stock market. I have traveled all across the globe. I have been to America.
Okay.
I've worked in US. I worked in Europe. I've worked everywhere. There, the stock market and every finance related thing is very much professional thing. What happens in India is हम लोग हर चीज को थोड़ा सा वैसा ले लेते हैं. अरे आप कुछ नहीं करे तो आप स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करके देखो.
Hmm.
And these are the people, those who are means half heart के संग जो लोग आते हैं इस फील्ड में.
Hmm. Hmm.
दे पे अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. आप कभी सोच सकते हैं कि आप 4 महीने के लिए डॉक्टर बन सकते हैं? नहीं कर सकते.
नहीं.
यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस द थिंग्स दैट दीज डॉक्टर्स आर डूइंग. What happens is many people think stock market to be a part time job, but it is the most grilling thing. आपको कम से कम 5 से 10 साल लगेंगे.
Hmm.
मुझे लगे हैं. I can say initially the things were not that easy, but once you get to these kind of things, and we have, like, India is growing at a very rapid pace. So हमें US markets और European markets में जिस तरीके का पूरा culture बना हुआ है, we have to see that thing and we have to have these finance guys. Financial literacy in India, we are at 127th position in the world. We are below Pakistan. We are below many African countries. That is a problem. And as a company, Praedico, we are working on these kind of things where we are making people aware that need to have financial literacy. Don't jump into the stock market. अगर मैंने आपसे बोला है आज आप फ्रीलांसिंग के तरीके से नहीं आ सकते. It's not a freelancing job. It requires capital. It requires your time. आपको सारी चीजें छोड़नी पड़ती हैं. You have to concentrate on what is happening. तब जाके इस चीज में बनता है. It is not a freelancing job. That I can say to you and to the people that don't treat it as a freelancing job. It is a very professional job. And those who treat it as a freelancing, they move out from this in 4, 5, 6 months. They can't make it professional. But once you make it professional, you would be earning more than any of the CEOs of any company if you make it professional. But that requires good amount of time, at least more than 5 to 8 years of continuous in the market.
So, as you said, you need not to opt it as a freelancing job. You have to be professional in that. So, for a newbie entering in the stock markets, so what would you suggest as a perfect roadmap? क्या steps follow करने चाहिए to become successful?
Yeah. So with the advancement of the technology and I would like to give credit to NSC and BSc. These are the exchanges of India. NSC specifically, they have for students, many students, those who are doing their MBA, for those who are doing their graduations, even in engineering, there are courses and certification from NSC. What happens is, I personally have given NSC certification. They give you the study material. आप उनको पढ़ो study material. They take your test, and if you pass these certifications, then you are able to showcase to any person that actually you are a certified person. There are more than 150, 60 certifications which are there on NSC website. You can go there and you can see which all certifications are of your use. You can download the study material. You have to pay, and the payment is also very less. 2,500 approximate is the charge. They are very nominal. And once you go through the study material, then you can gradually from easy, then to intermediate, then to the advanced level. So for students, I will simply say, don't jump into the stock market. Build a good certifications, do certification. There are many dummy terminals. You go to any money control or any of the websites, they offer you dummy 10 lakhs capital. You can use that capital and try. आप टेस्ट कर सकते हैं. अपना खुद का कैपिटल बिल्कुल मत लगाइए स्टॉक मार्केट में. आपसे कोई कहता है प्लीज कि मैं आपका ये स्टॉक खरीद लो, वो खरीद लो, नेवर. Always do your own research. There are many dummy capitals account which are there. You can use these accounts and practice. अगर आपका नुकसान होगा तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आपका फायदा होगा तो भी आपको सीखने को मिलेगा. So it's a win-win situation for the people those who want to build career. And once you see कि आपके अंदर consistency आ रही है, you are getting a good consistency in that, then you can basically move on to slightly bit of that. आप 1,000 रुपए 5,000 रुपए से धीरे धीरे अपना पोर्टफोलियो बिल्ड करना स्टार्ट करें. You can see Rakesh Junjulana, who is not with us, he had made from 5,000 to 50,000 crores from the stock market. Mr. Radhakrishnan Damani, who is the owner of DMart, he is also made from nothing. He has made everything to the stock market. No person in the world can be rich without stock market. Whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's Jeff Bezos, up top 10, even Mr. Adani, he is the richest person in the Asia only because of his stocks. He knows how the stock market is working. So no person in whole of the world can't become rich without stocks. So you have to have a basic understanding of the stock market, and it's the only way to achieve the success in the field of financials.
Yeah. So like as you said that you need to have a basic understanding of what stocks are. So like for people out there who don't know much about stocks or like don't want to get really into stocks but just want a like upper level knowledge of that. So like what would you suggest for them? How to, match with the markets like?
You can't match with the market. Markets will everyone. Those who enter new in the market always throws them out first. मतलब पहले उनको हिलाता है. अगर आपको he tests your patience. Markets are never easy. It's the most. आप roller coaster ride भी आप अगर कभी करते होगे वो भी इसके सामने छोटा है. If anyone is entering new in the stock market, always build your own thing. आप अगर किसी पे डिपेंडेंट होकर स्टॉक मार्केट में जाएंगे कि आपका ये फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर है, ये आपका रिलेटिव है, ये आपका वो है, मार्केट किसी की नहीं सुनता. मार्केट इज लाइक दैट ओनली. राइट नाउ वी आर इनटू अ कंपनीज व्हिच आर बिल्डिंग मशीन्स automatically. We have created artificial brains which are dealing in the stock market. They are performing at an accuracy level of 70-80%. Human brains performs with an accuracy of 30%. आप लगाओगे 70 रुपए आपका लॉस होगा, 30 रुपीस ही प्रॉफिट होगा. So those people, those who want to have into a long term thing, they can go with mutual funds, no problems with that. But don't dabble into trading. Trading means आप आज खरीद रहे हो, कल बेच रहे हो, आप इसको खरीद रहे हो, ये स्टॉक का जैसे नाम आ गया, किसी ने आपको बोल दिया इसको खरीद लो, आप लखपति बन जाओगे, आप करोड़पति. ऐसा नहीं होता स्टॉक मार्केट में. पेशेंस मींस अगर आप मिस्टर वॉरेन बफेट का नाम सुनते होंगे, आपने जाना होगा, he started with investing at the age of 13 years and right now he gained his fortune at 65 years. मतलब आप सोचो उनको 50 साल लगे धीरे धीरे अपना फॉर्च्यून बिल्ड करने में, तब वो जाके टॉप 10 richest person in the world बन पाए. So everything demands patience. And what basic problem with the new जो नए लोग आते हैं उनको लगता है आज स्टॉक मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट करें कल हमें लाख रुपए बन जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता. You have to develop a patience level, develop your own आपका खुद का एक रिसर्च मेथड करो. चलो आप रिसर्च मेथड कैसे होता है? It's very easy. If you know that biscuits की डिमांड अच्छी हो रही है तो you buy the Britannia shares, you buy the stocks of the biscuit companies. जो चीज आप यूज कर रहे हो, basically it's like the things that you are using. Supposedly आप किसी बैंक को यूज करते हो, आप HDFC बैंक में आपका अकाउंट है, you are very well attached to that, so you can very well go and buy this. आप जो नए लोग होते हैं उनको उन चीजों में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए कि जिन चीजों को वो खुद यूज करते हैं. अब ऐसा नहीं कि आप किसी एक रॉकेट कंपनी की स्टॉक में उसमें आप इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो जिसके बारे में आपको कुछ पता ही नहीं. एक आपको बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी चाहिए कि आपको लगता है कि आगे आने वाले टाइम में बिस्किट्स की डिमांड आगे बढ़ेगी, ब्रिटानिया स्टॉक आपको आने वाले टाइम में लगता है कि व्हील, डिटर्जेंट और ये सब चीज होंगे, तो आप एक्चुअल का स्टॉक है हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर, आप उसका करो। अगर आपको लगता है कि आने वाले टाइम में दवाइयों की बहुत वैल्यू होगी, तो आप सिप्ला, फार्मा की अलग अलग कंपनीज हैं, उनको आप खरीद के रखिए। आपको खुद का एक एनालिसिस, जिन कंपनीज को आप खुद एक आपने टेस्ट करा है, उनसे आप स्टार्टिंग कर सकते हैं। आपको एक बार अच्छा पता चल गया तो आप अपना पोर्टफोलियो, मींस आप खाते हैं, आप ड्राइव करते हैं, आप कार कौन सी आपको पसंद है, आपको दिख रही है कि मारुति की बहुत सारी कार्स आपको दिख रही है कि हाँ लोग खरीद रहे हैं, तो समथिंग इज गोइंग गुड विद मारुति स्टॉक। मारुति कंपनी की कार्स अगर बहुत ज्यादा दिख रही है, टाटा कंपनी की अगर आपको बहुत दिख रही है, तो आपको खुद पता चल जाता है, आपको इसमें कोई रिसर्च करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती। ये हम कहते हैं अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ व्हाट इज गोइंग थ्रू द इकोनॉमी। अगर आप इस चीज को अगर आप समझ जाते हैं, तो आप 5-10 स्टॉक्स को ऐसे ही इनिशियली आप स्टार्टिंग कर सकते हैं, which is very easy way of doing this.
And sir, you told us that you have incorporated machines, and I've also read that you've used artificial intelligence into your the Predico startup. So, like, how do you feel when you have incorporated something out of your MBA degree also and something out of your tech degree also? So, like, can you tell us about how both those degrees helped you in your startup?
Yeah. So the thing is that we are right now in the field of, actually we are a software company, but which we deal to the software in the field of financial sector. So the thing is that we have seen that financial sector, I have worked with the banks, मैंने आपको बताया, I have seen कि banks and every other institution अभी इतना हमारे में ग्रो नहीं किया है टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज जितना उसको कर जाना चाहिए था। सो टेकिंग दिस एज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी, हम लोगों ने मशीन्स के ऊपर ट्रेनिंग चालू करी। वी कॉल इट मशीन लर्निंग। मशीन लर्निंग मतलब जैसे अगर आप किसी को ट्रेन करते हैं, जैसे आपके कोई भी चीज को आप ट्रेन करते हो, वैसे ही आप ट्रेन करते हो मशीन्स को, डेटा डाल के आप उसके अंदर फीड कर करके यू सी हाउ द मशीन्स आर गेटिंग द रिजल्ट्स। अगर एक बार मशीन आर द वेरी गुड लर्नर्स, अगर आप उनको कोई चीज सिखाते जाओगे, 6 महीने तक उनको डेटा लगातार फीड करते जाओगे, वो डेटा का एक रिदम पकड़ लेते हैं एंड देन दे स्टार्ट उस पैटर्न्स के ऊपर करने लगते हैं। तो हमने वो चीज करना चालू करी, रिजल्ट्स हमारे अच्छे आने चालू हुए। हमने पेटेंट, इंडिया की कंपनी हमारी है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के संग पेटेंट अप्लाई करा। पेटेंट मींस कि आपकी जो टेक्नोलॉजी है वो आपके पास है और किसी के पास पूरे वर्ल्ड में अगर कोई यूज करता है तो आपसे उनको परमिशन लेनी पड़ेगी। सो वी हैव फाइल्ड फॉर द पेटेंट्स। फिर हमने अभी अपना प्रोजेक्ट आउट ऑफ इंडिया और अलग अलग जगह पे हमने करा। सो टेस्टिंग एंड एवरीथिंग वर्क्स ऑन एंड नाउ वी हैव क्रिएटेड द मॉडल्स where the accuracy is coming good. So we are working on this kind of thing और डेली हम इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं अपनी इस जो टेक्नोलॉजी चीज के ऊपर है।
Thank you, sir. It was really good interacting with you. So, मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि सफरनामा गुरुकुल की एक सीरीज है wherein we, take the stories of like people to the crowd. So, हर किसी की लाइफ में एक कहानी होती है, तो हम उस कहानी को, उस सफर को सबको बताना चाहते हैं। जैसे आज हमने आपकी एक कहानी सुनी। तो गुरुकुल ड्रीम फाउंडेशन एक फाउंडेशन है जो कि यूथ के बेटरमेंट के लिए काम कर रहा है एंड आशा करती हूँ कि हम आगे भी आपके साथ जुड़े रहेंगे। इट वाज नाइस इंटरैक्टिंग विथ यू। थैंक यू सर फॉर द इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन वी हैड टुडे। थैंक यू। We'll meet soon for the Safarnama session. Yes, sir.
For sure. So hopefully the youth will be moving more into the field of finance and technology. दोनों चीजों का अच्छी तरह यूज कर पाए। Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.